Okay, morning everyone. It's a bright new week, he says, famously. Right, we have another Perry's Cassion. So we've got 4 horses, all sprayed up and undercoated. I've just put them on 2p pieces to hold them. We have the Cassion itself, which is all fine and in lovely order. Nothing really broken and damaged on it. 3 wheels, I've cleaned out all the gunk that was in them. They were badly, lots of flash in them, but so they're all cleaned out. A couple of small wheels, an axle, and 2 guard drivers. So I'll be making a start on those. Going to obviously undercoat in my mushy brown, Valspar brown, the horses, and the Cassion will be done in a green. The riders will also be done in the brown, I think. I should do the brown basic for those. Okay, right, so I'll get on with that, and I'll come back to you when I've got something more to show you. Okay, on to the next stage. Riders have had their brown coat, brown undercoat added. Artillery's had its first coat of green. I shall do a couple of coats of green and then a green dry brush. And the horses have been undercoated, and they've had a maroon brown ink wash. So, yeah, next stage will be the green yokes on the horses, and I think possibly do the blue, and I'll do the saddles as well, the red brown. As I say, the green parts will have another coat of green because I've gone over white, obviously, so it's very see-through, very translucent. So that will need another coat, and we'll also probably not start on the riders just yet. Get on with the horse and the Cassion. Right, I'll get some progress and I'll be back. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the next stage has been completed. I'll do blah 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 blah. What am I trying to say? The yokes have had the green on, saddles have had the red brown on, and we've had blue for the portmanteau box and rolled blanket or coat or whatever it is on the ridden horses. And the unridden horses also had their yokes, blanket roll and a saddle blanket painted, so they're blocked in ready for shading and whatever else. The equipment, the Cassion has had another shade of dark green and a dry brush of light green. We've got some areas where the dry brushing is coming off, for example on the wheel, if you can see that, can you, on here, but that's kind of black metal fittings applied. I think the same with the Cassion again. Because it's dry brushing, it's rubbed some of the green off, but that'll all be painted black. So as you can see, if it shows, I don't know, we've got the various shades of green in the dry brush, looking good. So I'm going to now, what have we got? Let's have a look. It's red, we don't want red. We'll have green. Yeah, I'm going to put some green tone on now on the yokes and the Cassion, and then I'll probably then go with the equipment. I will go then for a, what we got here, a dark tone. So that's what I tend to do with the equipment, and that should take us all to the stage of putting the black metal work on. But I'll get on with that, then I'll get back to you. Okay. Okay, back again. So what we have now is the Cassion is completed. It's painted, 2 shades of paint, dry brush shade, and I've given it a green wash. So I've now got to do the all the black metal work. I've left the lid loose, of course, paint the shells and the canister inside, and then that'll be done. So not too much more to do on that. Horses have had the yoke done, portmanteau, and the saddle's been painted, and soft tone wash shade this time is what I put on the saddle. So that's that one done. And there we go. And then the two unridden horses, I've had the blankets again, everything's been shaded, and the green yoke. So now it's the big painting up of the straps. I'm going for a buff again. It's actually dark flesh I used. I was quite pleased with how it looked, but I think this time I'm not going to put a dry brush. I'm going to try and just use dark flesh. But it's quite a lot of straps, so it's likely to take me quite a while, and mopping up mistakes. But anyway, with the dark flesh will be the straps. I'll do the fetlocks and the nose as well with dark flesh, and then overpaint that, excuse me, in white. And then we're virtually going to be finished on the horses, so not too much more to do on the Cassion or the horses. Get those finished before I start on the two drivers, which of course are still just in their undercoated state, but that's not a problem. So there we go. I'll get on, get some bits sorted, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, there we go. That's the Cassion and the Limber team completed. I've added the usuals. I've done the what am I calling it? Tracing, the traces, or whatever you want to call it. The leather work. I've done it in a buff again. That's all finished. The little wooden plaques on top hold it all together. Just on the whites and the socks. Oh, I have got the whites of the eyes to do. I'll do that when I'm doing the whites on the riders. I've done the whites on the socks, as I say. I've done the metal work's been done on the horse, on the yokes. And the caisson's done, painted out, and all the black put on. So we're ready virtually, other than the horse's eyes, for varnishing. That'll be the next stage. And I'm going to crack on then with the two figures which wear basically dark blue trousers and top, and we've got black boots and a black helmet and the white webbing, red trim. So only the four basic colours there. It won't take me too long at all, so I'll crack on with those and come back to you when I'm a bit closer to being finished. Okay, there we go, we're all done again. That's the beast finished. Horses and the Cassion have been varnished. I've just got to varnish the riders when they're dry. They're just a bit wet. I've glued them on, super glued them on. And there it is, all done. Obviously the horses will be removed from the two P's and stuck onto the large base. There we go, that's what we've got. So I'll go away now and get those varnished, the riders, and then I'll come back to show you when I've completed the basing. Okay, but there we go. Yep, another one. Again, takes longer than you think. All the little bits. You think you're finished, and then 2 or 3 hours later you're still working on it. But I'm there now, so the basing won't take me long. It's cold here today, so that'll be an excuse to turn the fire on to dry it in front of the fire. Wonderful, wonderful. Miracles never cease. Okay, I'll get this sorted and I'll get back to you when I've finally finished. Well, there we go, all finished. Again, took longer than I wanted it to, but there you go. As I said, I'm getting old, I must be getting slow. No, I'm just taking it easy today. You don't want to burn yourself out every day, do you? Just sort of 6 days a week. One day where you don't burn yourself out. So what we've got here is the completed guard Cassion. There's the top that lifts off. It's still a bit sort of staticky because I say I've just flopped it, so there's bits sticking around, but they'll come off. It doesn't take long for the static to, well, I find, to dissipate. A couple of brush and they sort of go. But yeah, I've added, I think you can see that I've added tufts. So we've got grass at the edge, grass down the centre, and then there's various tufts down the centre and down the edges. So it can be on a road or it could just be going across a field. But So Napoleonic French, Guard, Cassion, all done. Okay, I'll post some stills at the end just so you can see what it looks like. Obviously very similar to the Limber Team I did last week, but this is the Cassion version. Okay, thanks for looking, and bye for now.